Hello everyone, welcome. Come on in. Go give everybody a second to find me, as this is not my normal go live day. So go give everybody a second to jump on and get in the feed. And I'm also pulling up my laptop. Finally got it working at the moment. Don't know what I did, but we got it working. Got a great tech guy that worked on it, and I think we got it. Excuse me. I think we have it up and running again. So, all right. I'm going to give everybody a second because I am a few minutes early. How about that? I am early. I am so excited to be here tonight with you crafting. I'm going to give everybody a moment. I hope everyone had a wonderful and blessed weekend. For those that have fathers, I hope you got to spend a lot of quality time with them or your husband and children. Wishing everyone that had a wonderful Sunday weekend on top of that. And then I hope everybody has had a blessed Monday. Start of the new week. Excuse me. All right, so we're going to dive in and get started. Hello, welcome. I am going to get started, try to stay on track tonight. I've got 4 great projects to share with you. I am excited about these projects. I have been crafting with these projects for a couple of days now. We are using the bundle that I'm doing today for my creativity club for the month of June. So if you are not part of creativity club and would be interested in that, click the link in this video and it will give you all the details for it. It is a monthly subscription that you get $25 in free product. You make 5 projects, 2 of each project. So it is a great value, and I would love for you to come on board and have be catered to. Basically, I prep everything and send it to you. All right, so let's get started. Welcome everyone. This is Jennifer with Creativity. I am an independent Stampin Up demonstrator, and I am here today to use our time together for a free with the purchase class. So you are able to get the 4 projects that we are doing today for free when you place a minimum order of $45 or more in my store between now and Saturday, June 27th. So if you place a $45 order or more, you will then get the projects that I am doing today for free, and I'll show you what it looks like. Welcome everybody. Thank you for being here. If you are not subscribed to my channels, please click the links to follow so you don't miss out on any information that I pass along. If you're not on my email list, click that as well and get onto the email list, because that is how I advertise all upcoming events. And I've got some exciting things coming up in July, because that is Christmas in July. And yes, I do a big stamp camp. It's going to be in person. Also, it's going to be an option to go as well. And then I have some Christmas in July series coming up as well. So make sure you click that email link so you don't miss out on any of those projects. Also, when you do my email list, I will automatically send you a tutorial with 5 free projects. So if you're interested, click on that and get in that email box so you don't miss out. All right, let's dive into our projects today. I'm going to turn my camera around. And actually, while I get that all set up, I am going to share with you a little sneak peek of the Christmas in July stuff. So I have been playing. I did a sampler over the weekend while I was at a church retreat. I took some craft supplies to my hotel, and I played with it. But this is the stamp set and the dies. This is going to be the product. Let me zoom in just a little bit. Give me 1 second. There we go. This is going to be the product that we use for the Christmas in July. I was looking for my stamp set so I could show that to you as well, but I'm not seeing that right on the top of my... But anyway, this will be coming out in the next couple of days, so be on the lookout for it. But I just wanted to share the little sneak peek with you for Christmas in July. All right, so today, let's jump into our projects today, because I am excited. We are using the Stamp Bundle Splash and Relax. And this is available. It is low inventory, so if you are interested in this, I would suggest go ahead getting it ordered, because it is on low inventory, which means it's just going to run out, but it will come back in. So don't sweat that. But we are using the Splash and Relax bundle today, and we will be making 4 projects. So I'm going to share those projects with you now. Here is one of the projects. Okay, here is another. Okay, and then here is one. And here is one. So these are the projects that we're going to be making today. And I love these projects. The designer paper on these two I used was the Beautiful and Ordinary Life. It is 12 by 12 paper. Hello, Mom. This paper is, and I believe Judy, you snuck in on me, so hello, Judy. Yes, I did, and I was actually early today. So welcome, everyone. But these are the 4 projects. So the designer paper here and here is coming from the Beautiful Ordinary Life. And I don't really have a whole lot left. I have been using this paper because I've loved it. Here is one of the little scraps. And then you got the leaves on the back side. And then, of course, the 2 pieces that we are using today. And then you turn it over and you have the black and the white. And then we have another piece that looks like the honeycomb card designer paper, excuse me. And then you got the black and white again. And then the only other sheet that I have to share is this one here. And it's got the Flirty Flamingo, and I want to say that is the Flirty Flamingo and Petal Pink in it. And then when you turn it on this side, it is the black and white as well. But that is all the paper that I have from this set. It is just such great paper. I have actually used all of my pack here. I actually have another pack in my cart that has to get ordered. All right, so let's state this. So like I said earlier, this is a free with the purchase class. So when you place a minimum of a $45 order in with me, you will get all of the product to make these cards. They will come in envelopes just like this. I do all the, my envelope is dirty on that one. Sorry about that. But I will do all of the cutting, the card base, and all your layered pieces. I do all that. I cannot do the stamping, though. it is against Stampin' Up policy for me to be able to stamp, but I do send you, like this one here, I am going to send you a piece of scrap paper for your stamping that you have to do. All right, but like the flip-flops, I did cut the pieces out. So if you place that order, you will get these kits just like this. So it will have everything you need to make one of each card. All right, so let's dive in and let's get started with our projects today. So basically, I am using cardstock colors. I am using the Pool Party, Daffodil Delight, Bubble Bath, Flirty Flamingo, and Basic White Thick cardstock. The designer series paper is the Extraordinary Life. This one here is coming out of the Beach Boardwalk designer paper here. And then this has got Lemon Lolly and Linen Thread in it. All right, so those are the colors. Also, you will get a written tutorial, step-by-step instructions of how to do the cards when you place that order, and I send you the kits. And the kits will be sent out on Monday, June the 29th. So orders are cut off on Saturday, June 27th, and then everything is packaged and prepped and sent out Monday, June 29th. All right, let's dive in, guys. You ready to do some crafting? I am. There is a little bit of cutting that I'm going to have to do along with the projects, just because you got to stamp and then cut. So, but I've got my cutter right beside me, so it won't take long. All right, so the first card we're going to do is this one here. We're going to do this one. This is going to take the Pool Party as my card base. And I got my little pieces cut out, so let me dab them down. We've got our Pool Party, which is our card base here. We're going to take this, we're going to fold it at the score mark. This is our standard card size, which is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. All right, so we're gonna take that. We're gonna take our bone folder and go ahead and brush that real good. We have our Flirty Flamingo card base here that needs to be attached. I am using my Stampin' Seal, so we're gonna run that across here. You can use liquid glue or whatever adhesive you would like on there. That is your preference. So we're going to just put that straight on like that. Now, before I do the basic white piece, I want to bring in my scrap. What I do with it, my scrap paper here, because we're going to do some blending. So we're going to take this, we're going to pull out our Pool Party. Let me get my Pool Party, and I've got our Pool Party blender brush. Yeah, I got our Pool Party blender brush. And I'm going to open this up, and what I'm going to do is take this and we're going to swirl it around in there. We're going to brush it off, and then we're going to gently rub it on here. Now, the more pressure you put on here, the darker it will be. So if you don't want it dark, just be careful with how much pressure you put on it. Okay, so we're going to do just that. we are going to close this up. No, let's go ahead and do our stamping since we've got it out. Actually, we need to take this piece, and for the inside, I took the same blending brush, rubbed it around in the ink, and I rubbed it there, and then we're going to just kind of gently rub the bottom of our card base. Okay. All right, now that is going to go on the inside of our card when we get to that point. Okay, now we're going to stamp our inner tube and our ball there. So we need to pull out our Flirty Flamingo. We also need to pull out our Gray Granite. And we've already got the Pool Party out. So this is going to take 3 colors. So let's take our stamp sets. I've already got them mounted. So that's an easy peasy there. All right. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to do the ball first. So we're going to take our Flirty Flamingo. Uh-oh, I didn't get the ball. Hold on. We're going to take our little ball image. We are going to stamp off and then stamp on. That way it's lighter. And then we're going to take this one and we're going to put it right over the X. And I'm going to leave that there just a second so the ink transfers. There we go. That is so pretty. Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to take our inner tube and the Gray Granite. And I didn't want this to be dark, so I am going to stamp off and then stamp on here. Okay. And then we're going to take this one and we're going to stamp it in the Pool Party. And then this is going to go around in there. Perfect. All right. So let's close these up real quick. And we can actually, before we do the cutting, we can go ahead and actually stamp our sentiment, which says, wishing happiness floats your way. I'm going to stamp that in the Flirty Flamingo. And that is going to go right up in the left-hand corner. Oh, and the one thing that I forgot to put in my description is we have our Sipping Kit class this weekend. Tonight is the deadline. The registration closes at 11:59 p.m. So if you are wanting to get into that, I sent an email out today. So I will go back in and add that to the description right after this video. All right, I'm taking my chamois and I am cleaning my stamps off. Sipping Kit is this Saturday at 10:30 here at my house. And we gather, we have a wonderful time. So if you are local to me in the Lexington, South Carolina area, I would love for you to come and join us. We're going to have lots of fun. All right. Got the stamps cleaned off now. We have got to do our die cutting real quick. And then we'll be ready for our assembling here. So let's take this and we're going to put that on our die cut machine. Now you probably don't see my die cut machine. It shakes my camera too bad, so I can't put it right up under it. But I am using the Stamp Cut and Emboss machine by Stampin Up. All right, and then we're gonna run this through and hope, hold on, I moved it. I was gonna say, and hoping I do not move it. All right, so let's see what we come up with. All right, so I am so glad y'all are here with me tonight. I appreciate that. This is not my normal go live time, so I normally do my lives on Sundays. However, lately, Sundays has been kind of crazy, and I'm thinking maybe it is time to look at changing Sundays. But I just don't know what other day would be a good day. So if you have another day that works for you or would work better for you, drop it in the comments, because I would love to know what day works best for y'all, and also the times. What is a good time to do a live? Okay. So here we go. We've got our ball, we've got our inner tube, and we have our card stuff here. So we're going to take our inside piece, go ahead and put that down on here. Alrighty, we're going to just kind of assemble that straight in there. And then for this piece, this is going to get attached. Now that we've done all the stamping and the coloring, we can go ahead and adhere that. I try not to assemble the card until I know all my pieces are good, because if I misstamped something, I can always go back and redo it. All right, so we're going to take our adhesive and our inner tube, and we're going to just kind of rotate it around. Same thing with our little ball. We're going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back of it, stick it down here. Now our flip-flops, we're going to take our liquid glue. Going to take our liquid glue, and all I'm going to do is just put a little bit on the strap. And then that is going to go onto the flip-flop. Just like that. Okay. Now let me take this one and do the same thing. Okay, and we're going to just line this up and kind of stick that on there. Awesome. And then we're going to put a piece of glue right on the back there. And you can kind of make them together or kind of offset it. I think I'm going to offset these. Okay. And then we're going to take our embellishments arrays of dots, and we are going to put 3 of the pool party ones on here. So we got a big one, goes right there. Medium is going to go right there. And then the little one we're going to put right up here. Okay, so there is card number 1. Pretty, pretty. All right, now let's go to the next project that we're going to do. Let's see which one we're going to do next. Let's do the sunshine. I love the sunshine, so let's go with that one. Okay. So for this one, we are using the black Momentum ink. Okay. And that is all we're using out of here. And we need our Hello Sunshine stamp set out of the bin. And I believe on this one, I've cut everything. So, wrong one. Hold on. Ooh, don't lose my pieces. Let's see. Here we go. So we're gonna pull this out. All right. We've got our Hello Sunshine. We've got our basic white cardstock, which is the 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So we're gonna go ahead and fold that and run our bone folder across. We have our designer series paper that is 5 1/4 by 4. So we're going to go ahead and put our adhesive on this piece on the back. And then we're going to line this up as we go through here. All right. We have, I use the scallop bloom dies, which is these right here. I use these dies to cut this out along with the little one. And this is the Daffodil Delight. And this is the Lemon Lolly. And we're going to put our adhesive on here. And this goes straight into here. Then we have our Coastal Cabana cup. We're going to put our adhesive on the back of it. That's going to go right along about right in there. We've got our basic white piece with our top. And we are going to use our adhesive for that. And that's going to go right on the top of the cup. Now those pieces, I use the dies that go with the Splash and Relax. So like this is your flip-flop strap. This here is your cup top. Here's your cup. These are the glasses that we use. These are the flip-flops. These are the pieces for the inner tubes that we did. So the pieces are coming from that die set. All right, so here is our sunglasses. And these are the pieces that go in it. Now, I need to use just a little bit of the liquid glue to approach that. So we're going to put a little bit around there. And then this is going to go right in the center of our glasses. All right, so we're going to put just a little bit. And this is going to go right there. All right. Now what I want to do is I am going to use my dimensionals, and I'm going to put 2 of the mini dimensionals on the glasses to pop them up. And the glasses are using the color Mellow Mambo is the color I used for the glasses. All right. And then that is going to go right there. Here is our here, here is our sentiment label that we're going to do. And this is coming from the Nested Essential Dies. Okay. We're going to use our black momentum. We're going to take our Hello stamp and ink that up really good. And then we are going to stamp this. And it does fit, but it is a close fit. So I'm going to push down on that a second. There we go. Hello, sunshine. All right, so we are ready to put our adhesive on here. And I didn't put our Daffodil Delight one down yet because I wanted to slide this under just a little bit. So we're going to do something similar to that. Now we're going to put our adhesive on here. Okay. And then this is going to go, you don't want to cover up your letters. I should have went over just a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay. All right, so now we're going to take our dimensionals again, not our dimensionals, our embellishments, and I'm going to use, even though I don't have the flirty in here, I just thought that it looked really cute with the color combination. So we're going to use these. We're going to take a big one, a medium, and we're going to drop them in here. Oh, come on. And then we're going to use this baby one, and we're going to put right there. All right. Hello, Patricia. So there is second card using the Splash and Relax. And then I didn't do anything on the inside since this is a basic white. You don't have to do anything on that inside. Okay? So that is card number 2. Let's go over to card number 3. Let's do this one. So I need to grab these because I am so excited about it. I have been battling with getting it. I'm like, I am not getting it. Yes, I am getting it. No, I'm not getting it. So I've been going back and forth on this, but I am so glad I did. These are the party banner dies, and I just got them, so I haven't got to play with them nor put them on my magnet sheet. But look how huge these banner dies are. You can actually do birthday banners, congratulation banners, all kind of banners, but I wasn't going to get it, but I am so glad I did because these looked so fun to play with. But I used 2 of the banners to do my designer series paper here to cut this out. So these are the party banner dies. So we'll be using these in the future. I did use them on these cards though. All right, so let's pull these out. So when you get your kit, you are going to have small pieces in them. So make sure you watch what you're doing so you don't lose your pieces. Because I do pre-cut stuff. But I don't put everything in little zip bags. So make sure you pay attention. You see all these little pre-cuts, you're going to get that. So if you place your order to receive them. So make sure you watch what you're doing so you don't have your stuff flying everywhere. Okay, so for the inside, I did not do anything for the inside. So we're going to just go ahead and put our basic white piece down on the inside. Since this is Daffodil Delight, I am using the basic white cardstock for the inside. So it's easier when you go to write your message. And you can stamp your sentiment, or you can just use it and write your whole message. All right. Then I had my bubble bath. So we're going to just go ahead and put bubble bath down. All right. We're going to center that. And now we've got our 2 pieces of designer series paper, and I used 2 different banners. And this designer paper is coming from the Boardwalk. What did I tell you it was? The Boardwalk designer series paper. Beach Boardwalk designer series paper. All right, so we got 2 of those. So we're going to take and put our adhesive on this side. I'm actually going to use some of this for some scrapbooking pages. I have a in-person retreat coming up, and I plan to get some of our beach pictures of my grandkids and get it in here. Well, my family also. Can't leave them out, but grandkids are more important, right? If you got grandkids, you understand. All right, so now I've got a piece of lemon lolly cardstock, and I use the So Swirly embossing folder, and I put a swirl in that. We are going to attach it down on there. Okay, now remember, because this is a 3D item, you got to be careful in how you press down so you don't flatten your 3D image. So this is going to kind of butt up right at the top of the banner, so it's flush with the banner. Now you see I have 2 pieces of the overhang. Just take your snips and cut that off. Just snip those ends off. Okay. Then we're going to take our baker twine and we're going to wrap it around. I believe it was 3 times that I did it. So what I like to do with the baker twine, I like to put a piece of adhesive on the back. And because I'm trying to tie a bow, we're going to do it this way. Leave enough so you got room for your bow tying. Or your knot tying, whichever you prefer. And we are going to just wrap this 3 times, I believe. One more time. No. So we are just going to do it this way, and then these 2 will be the 3rd time while we manage to do this. And then what I want to do is kind of crunch them together. Now we're going to tie a bow, and if bows are not your thing, you can just do a knot. Or you can wrap this all the way around and just have the baker twine tape it off in the back, and then just have it as a border. However you choose to do it. Okay. So we're going to do that, and we're going to do this one here. All right, so we're going to cut some of this off. Oh, thank you, Pat. We're going to snip these off. I didn't see you pop in. You surprised me. Now I'm nervous. Got my accountability partner watching me. I'm nervous now. Alright, she's holding me accountable. Okay, so we got this together, so I kind of scrunched it together. Now what we're going to do is take our card base, and we can go ahead and put our adhesive on the back side. I like to run my tape runner across my linen threads, baker twines. Uh-oh, guess what? I am out of adhesive. How dare that? But what I was saying before that, I like to run the adhesive over the baker's twine, ribbons. It just gives it that extra hold whenever you go to put it down on your card. I got to switch out my adhesive, so give me 1 second, guys. I knew it was getting low, but I didn't realize I was that low. Alright, so let's put this on, just like so. Oh, come on. Alright. Perfect. Okay, now let's go again. Alright, we're going to put 3 strips on there. Now this is going to go straight onto our card base. Okay, Pat, thank you for stopping by. I have the 2 3/8 inch punch that I did with the basic white cardstock. So we're going to put that down, but I'm not going to put the adhesive on it yet. We've got our visors here, so we need to put our adhesive on the visor. And this is going to be an overlap here. So these 2 pieces go together. So we're going to line these up. So there. And then this is going to kind of go right at the top. Right? And then we have our cup and our lid. So let me show you what I did to darken the lid color. I took my scrap again, and I took the Daffodil Delight with the blending brush. And we did the same thing. So I'm taking it and rubbing it into the Daffodil Delight. I'm going to rub it off and then gently outline the lid. If you want to color the whole thing, you can do that. But I didn't want to do the whole thing, so we're going to just stop right there. I just wanted to kind of give it a different touch to it. And then we're going to put our adhesive on the back. Sit it on our cup. So that's going to kind of go right there. Move this out of the way. Now we've got to put our sunglasses together again. So we're going to pull out our liquid glue and put just a little bit on there. And this is going to go right into our eyeglass here. Okay, and then on this one, we're going to do the same thing, except this one's going to go on this eye. All right. Then we're going to use our black momentum, and on this little circle here, and I want to say, let's see, what circle punch was that? That is 1.5 circle punch. Thank you, Pat. We're going to take our black momentum and our sentiment that says relax and enjoy. And then we're going to just stamp it straight in the center of our circle. Okay. Now, we are now ready to adhere our pieces. I am going to put the cup down with straight adhesive. That's not going to be anything special. The visor, I'm going to use 2 of the mini dimensionals. And we are going to put that down with dimensionals. Okay, so this is going to go right along here. The sunglasses, I did the same thing. I put 2 of the minis down. Okay. All right. Got that glue on my fingertips and everything's wanting to stick now. All right, so we're going to take this and we're going to put it right there. The label, we're going to just put adhesive on it. And then that, I need to go ahead and hook that down first. So we're going to just go ahead and put this down regularly. And this is going to kind of go right here. And then this is going to slide up under the visor and the glasses. And that's going to stick right there. Oh, I got a glue glob right there. Hold on, there we go. All right, now, there is our card. We need to take our array of dots, and I'm going to use the lemon lolly out of here. We're going to take the big one, medium, and the small one, and we're going to put it there. Okay, so there is card number 3. Okay, let's pull out card number 4 now. These are going by pretty quickly. Yay! I'm so glad y'all are here with me. So card number 4 is going to be using the thick basic white. Again, the essential, the extraordinary, beautiful, ordinary life designer series paper. And then Pretty Peacock. Is the other color that I used. So let's dive into this one. We're going to pull these out. And again, like I said, if you place your order and you get the kits for free, make sure you be careful when you go to dump your product out, because like this one's got little pieces in it for the inner tube. So I got 2 little handles that goes with that inner tube. All right, so we're going to take our basic white, thick basic white card base. Go ahead and run our bone folder down the side. We are going to take our designer series paper, put our adhesive on the back side, and that is going to go right in the center. Okay. Then we've got 2 pieces. We've got a Pretty Peacock and the designer series paper that's going to line up just like that. So we're going to go ahead and put our adhesive on here. And then line this up and hopefully get it all lined up correctly. Alrighty, make sure you have an edge around the whole card base. Then we are going to use dimensionals that go on the back of that. So let me get that out. And I know I have a pack around here somewhere that I'm already using. And I don't know where it's at. So we're going to just open a new one, because I don't want to do the minis. So we're going to put 4 in each of the corners, 1 in the center. Okay, and I think that'll be plenty. I don't think we need on each side. So let's see, we're going to take our pick tool and take the backs off. Okay, and then this is going to go right onto the card base, just like that. Okay, so now we are ready to do our stamping. We are going to pull our pieces back up here. For this one, we are using the Daffodil Delight and the Pool Party Pretty Peacock. So we need our little ball, and we need our inner tube again. All right. So for this, we're going to move these out of the way. We are going to stamp. Let's do these first. We're going to do the Pool Party and the Daffodil Delight. We're going to take, hold on, let's see. I need to switch out the stamps. We're going to not use the full inner tube. We're going to use this one here this time. So we're going to take this one and we're going to put it there. And then this one we're going to put here. Okay. Switching it up. So we're going to take Pool Party. I think I want to stamp off. Let's see, do I want to stamp off? Yes. So I'm tap that in there, pull my scrap back over. I'm going to stamp off, and then we're going to stamp on here. Okay. Then we're going to take the ripple and we're going to tap that into the Pool Party. And then this is going to alternate around where we didn't put the other stamp. And hopefully I lined that up correctly. Now this one I did not stamp off. Perfect. See? Bingo! Alright, we got to clean that because we're going to now use the same 2 stamps in the Daffodil Delight. Alright, so we're going to take Daffodil Delight and we're going to stamp. I did not stamp off, so let's see. I might have that too dark. No. Let's go with it. Let it be bold. Let it be bold. And then we're going to take the ripple side and we're going to offset and stamp down in that. Okay. Now we need to do our ball. And that is going to be Pool Party. And I do need to stamp off. So we got Pool Party. Stamp off. And then we're going to put the ball right there. Okay. And push them out of the way. Then I want to open the Pretty Peacock. These we're done with, so let's go ahead and close those up. Put those in the card bin so we don't get ink everywhere. because we need the pretty peacock one now. So we're going to take the X, I'm going to say, or whatever this is. We're going to line it up and stamp directly onto it. So that's our little ball. Now, while we have the ink pad open, this is Wishing Happiness Floats Your Way sentiment. So let's, that's Hello Sunshine. Let's see. Hopefully you did not lose me. My son is calling me and I don't know why. So we're going to do Pretty Peacock. We're going to take our sentiment and we're going to stamp it on our label. And this is coming from the Stylish Shape dies. Perfect. All right. So that is all of our stamping that we're going to do. So we're going to close this up so we don't get that everywhere. We have to cut our little pieces out real quick. So we've got to cut this out and we got to cut our little beach ball out right there. So let me move these out of the way real quick so we can do that. And then I will assemble this card and we will be finished with our weekly live for this week. But don't forget, I will be live in the morning for Coffee and a Card because tomorrow's Tuesday. I'll be back on Wednesday morning at 6:30 for Coffee and a Card. Yeah, tomorrow's Tuesday. See, I'm ready to come back and craft with you guys. Don't forget to make sure you're on the email list so you don't miss out on any of the Christmas in July events going on or any of the series that I will be doing in July, as well as our regular classes that we do in our monthly card classes. So July's going to be really busy. So hang in there and keep up. Make sure you're on those email lists because that's where the information is going to come from. That's going to be your best way to know exactly what's happening. And I am excited to share it with you. Also, the craft along in July is going to be different than our original craft along because I have teamed up with 2 other demonstrators. So we are doing a craft along for Christmas, and I am going to turn my regular craft along that I always do the last Monday of the month into a actual longer craft along. So you'll get 12 projects when we do that one. So because I teamed up with 2 other demonstrators. So working out those details, so stay tuned. All right, so here we go. We're going to put dimensionals on the backs of these so we can pop them up on our thing. We're going to do 1 right there. Go ahead and put 2 on our label. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take our pick tool. Let's go ahead and pop all the backs off of here. Come on. All right. And we got to take these 2 off as well. All right, so now let's go ahead. Let's put our pieces on here. We're going to put that one there. We are going to put this one here. This little guy's going to go right there. This is going to tuck under. Got to be careful where you put your dimensionals. All right, we'll make it work. There we go. And then for these little jobbies, we're gonna just use some liquid glue. And I'm actually going to put it on the upside, not the bottom side. Since I did dimensionals on here, it's not going to stick. So that way it'll lift it up. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing for this one. Come on. And then this one. We're going to put right there. All right. So there is card number 4. Okay, guys, that is a wrap. So let's pull out our cards so you can have all 4 of the projects together. So that's 4. There is 3. Here is 2. And here is 1. So let me zoom out just a little bit so you can see all 4 of the projects. There we go. Oh, you could see it. Okay, perfect. Normally I have to zoom out. But there is the 4 projects for this week. We are using the Splash and Relax bundle. So if you are interested, go ahead and place your order. That is on low inventory. But also, if you place a qualified order of $45 or more, you will get all 4 of the projects sent to you for free as a thank you from me. All right, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for being here tonight. And I will be back live on Wednesday at 6:30 a.m. with coffee and a card. See you then. And if I can help in any way with your crafting questions, advice, anything like that, reach out. I would love to talk with you. Thank you again. Have a good evening.